All right, so here are our heroes on their cart, and here are the guards that are basically rushing to assault them. Now, we haven't done anything in regards to initiative checks and stuff like that, so let's go ahead and get that out of the way for everybody that is concerned. Initiatives, please.
Yes.
Yay!
Emlyn, 5.
I'm curled up on the bottom of the cart. Let's be real. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Tolgar, 8.
Great.
All right, I need to click on my token.
Yes.
Am I a cat or am I?
You are there. You are the cat. You should be able to see the cat there. Parksy, thanks for that subscription. Appreciate you, my friend.
Parksy. 8 months. 8 months. Thank you. Rollies.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
Can't see the cat.
Lilith is on 10. You
Here.
can't target the cat
I can't target the cat.
right there. No.
What are you doing on there?
Do you not?
Did
have...
you put it? Did you put the red circle around it? Because I didn't see it.
It's right here on the corner of the cart. See it?
Yeah, it's right by me.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, no, it blends in so
Lister,
well. It's like,
17 months
Damn.
of subscription.
Nice.
Thank you, my friend.
You, Leicester.
Thanks, dude.
There we go.
There you
Been a
go.
good
Oh,
sentence.
better.
And you come in with a 12. Okay.
Our rolls are terrible.
Get
Yeah,
out of the way
your
first,
initiatives.
Happy
I
Thursday.
know.
Pretty
She's
lame.
thinking something glorious later.
All right, that's right. And let's roll for our town guards. Well, I rolled really bad as well, so they actually tied Tolgar. Okay. So after the crossbow bolts slam into your horse, Tolgar wrestles to try to bring the beast under control, but unfortunately is unable to do so. It's not a complete failure, but the horse rears up, and instead of being able to spur it on like Tolgar wanted, it kind of comes down to a very slow kind of trot. Seeing this and the guards rushing towards you, what do you want to do, Liv the cat?
The guards are rushing towards me.
They're rushing towards you guys, yes. So they're like, they're going to be on you this round. True. 14 months of subscribing. Thank you. Appreciate
I'm going
it,
to
True.
delay my reaction to when Lilith makes her action, and it'll probably be to follow her.
Okay. All right. Lilith, it is your action. What do you wish to do?
Okay, how far? Which one of these guys is the captain? Can I tell by looking at them?
Yes, it would be the guy in the dead center with the two-handed sword. He is wearing, he has got kind of like plate shoulder pieces, whereas the others are all just wearing chain.
All right. Let me check this. Okay, so it's within C
Shaven
within
Labardum,
range.
thanks for that
Okay.
follow.
Whew. All right. What is my spell DC is charisma. Shoot, I don't remember. Hold on. I did level up that charisma, but I don't know if it's going to change my.
Did you don't? How many? What did you go from and to?
It went up by 1 on my modifier, so it went from 3 to 4. I don't know if that changes my spell DC.
Is your
Nice.
spell? Are your spells charisma based?
Yes.
Then it does.
Sweet.
Absolutely does.
So that means it went from a 12 to a 13?
Yeah. So anybody that has to make a saving throw against you has to get a 13. Yes.
Sweet. All right. So,
All right.
Lilith is going to
They
stand
are
up.
about 15-ish feet from you.
She's going to look the captain dead in his eye and try to cast command.
All right, he is about 35 feet, so he should be well within your range. All right, Lilith Endenwood. He has to make a will. So basically, it is a one-word command. So you have to give me the one word that you want him to obey. Now, bearing in mind, if you say something stupid like die, he's not going to die. He can't choose to suddenly have a cardiac arrest. But obviously, he does understand your language, so yes, it's a single command word, and then he will make a saving throw.
So Lilith stands up straight and tall, stares him straight in the eyes with her piercing green ones, and says, "Disrobe." And then she's like,
Oh my god.
and then she thinks to herself, "Oh, shit!" And you see a look of horror spread across her face because that was not the word she had first thought of,
All right.
but it's what came out.
Please fail. Yes! Okay. All right. Immediately, without any further ado, he puts his sword to the ground and begins to undo buttons and rip his clothes off as fast as he possibly can. I'm going to make a dice roll here.
Can't wait to hear what she meant to say.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Right. 2 of the guards, basically the 2 at the back that are like watching him do this. So that would be this guy here and here. Like the one with the crossbow, as he was raising it up, he's like, huh? And just lowers this crossbow as he looks. The other one stops running forward and looks and he goes, Lieutenant, what are you doing? The other 3, really still fairly oblivious to the fact of what's going on behind them, continue to spur forward. Okay, they are acting at the same time as Tolgar. Now, Liv, you held your action to do something when Lilith did, so do you want to act?
No, at this time she's just going to hide behind Lilith.
Okay. All right. Hide under Lilith's cloak. All right. So, Tolgar, what is your choice of action? Oh,
Okay,
mighty
so you
one.
said the horse is still standing and just trotting now?
It kind of like it reared up as you were like trying to make it go, because I know you were trying to run, right? But it reared up and kind of come down to a stop, and as you're kind of trying to whip it on, really it's just kind of like clip-clopping more uncomfortably in place with the 2 crossbow bolts stuck into it.
I'd like to spend my turn trying to get the horse to actually go quickly.
All right.
And kind of like kicking at it, and also I'm yelling to Liv, create mist on the guards.
You hear
So I'm gonna try to get the horse to move
All right. Okay.
quickly.
Well, if you're going to do that, then you are going to need to make another handle animal check.
Okay.
It didn't take damage this round, so but it is injured. So I'm gonna basically say you need basically a 10 or higher will get it moving. A 13 or higher will get it trotting. A 15 or higher will get it galloping.
Okay. So my passive is 13.
All right, which means okay. So yes, you're going to get it moving. Let's just see.
Let's see.
Yep.
All right. Here we go.
K-Bird, thanks for that follow. All right, no. So you're getting it moving. All right. Well, you spur the horse on, and it reluctantly begins to clip-clop in that direction at a slow canter. So it's not like really fleeing for it, but it is moving. Alrighty. It is their turn to act. Okay. So as the frontline guards kind of rush forward. All right, the one with the crossbow, instead of actually attacking, he attempts to grab the reins of the horse that Tolgar is holding on to. So he like tries to grab hold of the side of the reins. Okay. This guard, he kind of runs to the front of the horse and is like, whoa, 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 trying to slow it down. This one at the side, however, has run all the way up. He reaches into the cart with his shield arm and attempts to grab hold of Emlyn by the shoulder.
Oh.
Damn it. Okay. Do I have to do a grapple, or?
Yes.
Shit.
He has a 22. You can always roll a natural 20, Emlyn.
Roll a 20. Come on.
Make it happen, dude.
No.
Close,
Although that
but
was
no
pretty
cigar.
good, all things
That is
considered.
pretty
It was. Alright, so he reaches in with his shield arm and says, "Come here, you!" and grabs hold of the cuff of Emlyn's collar and begins to kind of pull him towards the edge of the cart. Emlyn, it is now your turn to act.
Yeah. Shit. Here's the thing. I know what
Jiu-jitsu fail
Emlyn
check.
will fucking do. I know what he'll do. And it'll be at disadvantage, I know, but he'll still do it. V Spiritu. I'm Eldritch blasting him.
Alright, so he's holding on to you with one hand, so you're basically going to just like blast him straight in the face? That's about the only...
That's the attempt, man.
Alright,
Yeah.
yes, it's an disadvantage, so roll with disadvantage.
Alright, I'm going to do 2 attack rolls. Obviously, you take the lowest one because there's no way to otherwise signal it. So, 11.
Alrighty, okay, yes, so you cast the Eldritch Blast. As you do so, he turns his head slightly to the side as it goes buzzing past his face and into the streets. By now, a lot of people have started to kind of run around and watch what's going on. Surprisingly. Alright, Liv, top of the order, it is you.
All right, so we are surrounded right now. My townspeople and guards people on the one side. So Liv the cat sees that she probably should jump off the opposite side
Alright,
over here.
so you jump down off,
no guards over here,
the
right?
cart. Talgar
There's no guards and there's
Talgar's right here. Oh, there's no
Nope.
guards on your side, no.
okay. There's nobody on the rooftops either.
Nope. Now, bearing
Okay.
in mind, this literally was a small patrol of guards that you almost
Right.
ran over, so they haven't even had
Right.
time to kind of look for help or whatever.
They're
just
probably just gonna
reacted.
question and be like, "What's up, guys? Why are you guys on the cart?" All right, so Liv is she's going to just jump off the cart and be a cat and go off that way.
Okay, alrighty. Lilith. Your command
Sorry.
spell only basically lasts for like, I think it's one
yeah,
round.
it was 1 round. It was
So
1 round.
that's he's like gonna stop during this and be like, what am I doing? Okay, what do you want to do?
I want to ego trip
What's up, Hagen?
attack with my whip on the guy who was grasping for Emlyn.
Okay. Alrighty.
Here we go.
Oh, I just realized I don't have something up. 1 second. I need to bring that up.
Oh.
Damn.
Hold off, aren't I?
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
no.
He still takes 4 damage.
Let's see. He takes 4 damage from the ego blast. Yeah.
Oh, but he has to make a
If he
save against it. I
he
think.
does. If he doesn't save. That's a charisma base or is it a will base?
Oh, I did have to do a performance check against
Yes.
the target's AC.
He's gonna pass either way. With an 18.
No, I have to make a performance check against its AC.
Oh, against
He
his
doesn't-
ace?
he doesn't make a save.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got
you're
that
telling me lies.
Yes, I am. I'm sorry. So many things that she does requires them to do saves.
Alrighty. Okay. Because he is holding on to Emlyn with his shield, he's not going to count the shield. So his flat-footed AC is going to be a 14.
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
unfortunately not. No. Close, but no cigar. Okay, you whoosh towards him, but he kind of just ducks down below the edge of the cart as it whips across the top of his hair. Alrighty, Tolgar.
It's crappy rolls.
I know,
Alright,
right? You
so-
guys are sucking.
So
on
how
the road
far
side.
has the horse gotten at this point? Just gotta know if I need to jump ship or not.
Well, the guard in front is trying to stop the horse. So I'm going to go ahead and move you guys accordingly. Hold on.
Running into the side of the building. At first, you know.
Okay, so you guys have moved up to about here. But you've got that one guy who's like hanging on to your reins. That you're like you're holding on to the reins, and so is he, and he's trying to pull the horse to the side.
Okay. So, all right. My first action, I'm going to attempt to kick the one guy holding on to me with my foot.
Okay.
The second action will be to try to make the horse go again, like, you know, whatever you call it. Horse talk, you know?
Yeah.
Make it go.
Try to
Giddy
drive.
up.
I try to
Giddy
drive
up.
the horse.
Giddy up, cowboy.
Yes. And at that point, I forgot to mention, I'm gonna rage because he's trying to steal my horse away from me.
Right.
Clearly. Is that strength check to hit him, kick him,
It'll be an attack.
an attack?
Yeah. Straight up attack.
Why don't you
Oh,
get
with
a
my
20
axe?
again?
No, with you're using your foot to hit, but
Yeah,
you're making an
okay.
attack roll because you're trying to kick him.
Hold on. Ah.
Wow.
Okay. Nope. No cigar.
Ah, this is
All right,
bad.
you lash out with your hard foot. Again, it just kind of glances off his shoulder as he continues to hang on for dear life, trying to slow the horse down. With the man in front and the person doing that with the reins, the horse comes to a grinding halt. The guard captain stops, looks at himself, and realizes he was halfway pulling his pants off. Very quickly, glancing around, he starts to pull his pants back up and tie them up. He's not worried about his shirt so much and his chainmail shirt that he's already taken off. So he's leaving the chainmail shirt laying on the ground, but he is spending the time putting his pants on. Okay, this guy with the crossbow yells loudly, "Get off the cart or I'll shoot!" And then he's going to delay his action to see what you guys do. This fellow is now running towards the back of the cart also. Pagan Heart, thank you for resubscribing!
Thank you.
Woohoo!
Awesome sauce, thank you, dude. Alrighty. Where are we at? So, he runs to the side of the cart. That's his round or his move action. They are now yelling and screaming, threatening things. Even the captain, as he pulls his breeches up, his yelling, or the lieutenant is like, "No point in fighting. Just hurry up and get off the damn cart. You heard me." Okay. Let's see. Lilith, Emlyn, and... Well, actually, all of you, because I see Liv is kind of looking in this direction. All of you make an observation check for me.
All of us?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so mad about this.
Emlyn, the man of blindness.
Does
Samantha,
Mr. Hoops get a
Daragon,
perception
thank
check
you
as
for
well?
the follow. Yep, absolutely.
Alrighty.
Never lucky.
Ah, what is with me tonight?
Oh
What is
my.
with these dice tonight?
Alrighty, so Liv, Tolgar, and Mr. Hoots, you are all able to see a familiar green-robed figure just ran from here, but out of the marketplace, over to the corner of this building, and crouched down in the very far-edged corner, northmost corner of this building right here. It's the guy that's been trying to signal you numerous times, and the guy that was there when those small group of children suddenly come running out and interfered with the bounty hunters. Okay. Emlyn.
So I do not see that.
Apparently you did not see that because you're blind.
Damn it. Alright, so I'm just gonna say, let's get off this cart. And I'm gonna crane my neck as far in this direction as possible.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say Itir Pavula, and I'm just gonna cast Misty Step.
Ooh.
Nice.
All right, go ahead and give us the spell description in chat so they can see it.
I will cast it instead.
There you go. That's what I meant.
Yeah. I just
Okay,
have to-
so Emlyn is briefly surrounded by a silvered mist, and he can teleport as a bonus action up to 30 feet.
So I'm going like kind of diagonally this way because I imagine if I'm being yanked down with the collar, I cannot see.
There you go.
You know.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
So you literally vanish as the guy's like, huh, as he lunges forward and is realized he's grabbing absolutely nothing. Liv the cat.
Liv is.
So you've
alright,
seen this guy, of course.
Of course. Is
Ouch.
there buildings and whatnot over
Ouch.
here? 'Cause-
Buildings to the north.
my
Yes,
map
plenty
stops.
of buildings
Okay.
to the north.
So she's going to make her way over to the guy in the green, but she's stealthily going to do it and kind of like what a cat would do.
Yeah.
So,
Honestly,
sulking.
they are so not interested in a cat. That's not what
Right.
they're looking for. They didn't see you. They didn't see the cat. The guards are completely oblivious to your existence, pretty much.
But that's not all she cares about. She's also very aware of the other guys. So she
Right,
does
so
have
from
Mr. Hoots
here-
positioned.
Oh, what am I doing? Look at that.
Mr. Hoots is going to be over here, so
Okay.
he can have a Hoots eye view of what's going on of the battle, as well as Liv.
Right. Okay, so that'd be about
So-
90 feet
yeah.
that you move to there.
Oh, she gets 80, so
Close enough. I ain't gonna worry
Close
about
enough.
it. It's close enough. You're a cat. You're a bloody cat. All right,
So, yeah.
Lilith. So there's
Loki,
now
please
two
stop.
guards, and you suddenly realize you are now on the back of the cart with two guards approaching you, or like at the edge, and Emlyn just disappears and reappears kind of to the northeast, northwest.
All right. Ow, Goki, stop it! He's making biscuits on my leg.
Don't do that.
Not targeted, so. Okay, would this be considered difficult terrain?
It depends what
Since
you're
I'm in
doing.
the back of the car.
Well, the cart's not moving, so no.
just- Okay, so I wouldn't have to do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
the cart isn't actually moving right now. It's been brought to a stop. Moving on the back of a moving cart, maybe, but not.
Alright, so Lilith is going to do a badass epic twirl flip out the back of this.
So you know that automatically means you're going to roll terribly, because that is the Howreroll curse.
Yeah, pretty much.
You never say epic in a description of an action.
That's
because-
right. I just want to remind Lilith, Emlyn, and Liv, you do have inspiration.
Yes.
I'm not saying that so that you use it now, but I know you guys don't watch the actual stream, so you don't see your little, you don't see your light bulb above your heads. So you may forget.
The reason that this is a big deal is because as she does this, she wants to actually try to whip this guard that's right in front of her.
All right.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
Miss.
yes,
Okay, Miss Superwoman. So go ahead. First of all, and you're kind of doing this backflip, right? For you, I would
Yes.
say that is going to come under a performance check, because this is really a performance thing for you.
I was about to say not acrobatics, but it's technically it's the same thing for me.
Right, exactly.
They're both the same, so
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
it is
please work.
acrobatics, but for you, you could use either. But I think your your skill is the same either way. So.
yeah.
Oh my God!
Yes. Yes.
yes,
So
the
good.
curse has been
Congrats.
broken. Now put epic in front of everything.
Oh my god.
Where is it? There it is.
Natural 20!
All right, Lilith.
Nice. Very cool.
Okay, I love it when a plan comes together. Okay. Who said that? All right, let's see. Where are you? There you are.
Oh, that's so badass.
All right, so the first natural 20 of the night is scored by none other than Spook, which means only
Yes, I won!
Orochi, Scar, and Shagget win. Shagget
I'm
obviously
coming
had
for you,
faith in you.
Spook.
All right, okay,
Wow.
so
Wow.
you take a... Normally, I would give you disadvantage on the attack roll, because you're trying to attack while you're flying through the air doing a somersault. But because you are doing it with such impressive poise and grace, I'm not going to give you disadvantage. I'm going to let you make a normal attack on this guy. So yeah, you leap, back flipping out of the back of the cart. Oh my god, look at this. Okay, so what are you doing? What is your just a regular whip attack?
Oh, she's gonna do ego trip, of course, unless I didn't say that in time for you.
I'll let you because it's pretty much your standard thing.
Alright, so then she has to do another performance roll.
I don't think anyone of our party is seeing this actual action performed.
No, you're all... Tolgar might hear it. Okay, yep, you succeed. All right. So it is a 6 damage from the whip plus your ego.
4.
So let's see. Oh, it rolled 2 plus the d4, right? Is that right? Is that what the 6 is the total?
6 was just her whip damage.
Right, and then it does.
You're right.
Because it doesn't do additional 1d4 ego.
The ego trip, if it succeeds, is an automatic 4 damage.
Okay. So so that's right then. So your whip did, because your whip rolled a 4 plus your 2 to give you a total of 6 with the whip, and then 4 on top, so it's 10. Yeah.
Right.
Sounds
But
do I have that included? It has a +3 modifier on attack rolls made with whips.
no, that's not included. That's not the ego included.
No, crack the whip. It says starting at 3rd level, you gain a +3 modifier on attack rolls made with the whips. That's just the attack roll, though.
Right. Yeah.
Not,
you hit
not
either
the
way.
damage.
Yeah. So okay, yeah. So it's 6 from the whip plus 4 points of ego damage. Okay. All right. So you lash out with the whip. Catches him right across the neck as he's like, and begins to choke momentarily, especially with the force of you back flipping over and landing, on the ground. He's kind of like pulled and jolted forward as he slams against the edge of the cart. Okay, but you are now off the cart. Tolgar!
Alright, fine. I can't get this guy off me, so I bring my axe around on his head.
End of pleasantries from Tolgar.
Yeah, and I would actually like to do that.
That was an awesome little cinematic there,
Yeah.
Lilith.
Okay.
Okay, Tolgar.
Wow. That's
All right.
bad.
Tolgar swings his mighty two-handed axe, but once again falls short of hitting the guard as he just shrinks and ducks below the blade. It is their turn. Okay. Unfortunately, this time, he points the axe directly, or he points his crossbow directly at Tolgar and pulls the trigger. However, the crossbow bolt flies through the air and then sticks in the side of the building to the north of Tolgar. Okay, these two guards, this one is now kind of running around to the side here. The captain, now securing his pants, is running over to assist his guard, and this fellow is running forward to help intercept Lilith. The one that was ripped around the throat takes a large, kind of almost off-balance lunge with his sword. And his blade finds its mark.
Shoot, I should have been paying more attention. I might could have reacted to that.
Alrighty. His blade lunges forward, catching you just across the top left thigh, doing 4 points of damage. It's not a bad wound, but it's just a little bit of a sore open cut. Alright. This guy, as I said, he is now running over. He's pointing his crossbow at you, almost reluctantly, screaming, "Don't make me shoot you, ma'am! Don't make me shoot you!"
I like him, man. I like that guy, man.
Alrighty, Emlyn.
See,
Right. From where you are, you can see the guy with the green shirt and hood crouched down in the corner, going.
okay, all right. He's doing that. Do I see the cat, or is that too small?
You're aware. No, you're aware that Liv is a cat, so your eyes are probably more likely to see her moving through the, running around across the street. So you can see her.
All right, I'm gonna say it's her Pravula, and I'm gonna do my second spell slot on the Misty Step, and I'm getting behind this building.
Pyong. Okay.
I'm just vanishing again, just like where'd he go?
Alrighty.
Sweet, man.
Don't drink
Liv,
juice, get
the
back
cat. So yes, kind of from your secure position, but beside the building, you can see Tulgar is being swarmed by the town guards, and Lilith is being pointed at by one, held at crossbow point by one, and lunged at by the other. Things are looking bleak for the barbarian and the dancer.
There's 4 guards.
Well, there's actually 6 guards in total.
Okay. Liv's strategy is to work on plan B of getting them out of the situation once they are imprisoned. So
in other words, yeah, if they go to jail, we'll worry about it then.
Yeah, because if she transforms, she's naked. She can't do anything in this cat form as far as spells or anything. She can send Mr. Hoots to try to divert one of the guards, but it's going to be pointless. So her best option right now is to stay in cat form.
And not die. Okay.
And not die, and try to work on getting you guys safe when you get captured.
Okay, Lilith. So you somersaulted off, grabbed the guy mid-air around the throat, and landed behind the cart. So you've got one of them that's kind of close to you that just lunged at you, and the other one is pointing his crossbow at you, saying, "Don't make me shoot you, ma'am," and pointing, kind of like aimed directly at you. He has a held action, so technically he can still fire if he wishes.
I am going to whip at the guy closest to me's weapon.
Okay.
To attempt to disarm him.
All right, so you're gonna actually try to slap him around the wrist.
I'm aiming for the weapon. I want the weapon out of his hand.
The sword. Okay. All right. Okay. You can attack. You make an attack roll. You will be at disadvantage.
Come on, dice. Don't be douches.
Wow. Your worst roll was a 19.
That's good.
Wow.
All right. Your whip goes straight around the kind of the. He's holding the sword here. It kind of goes right around, right above the hilt, and you're going to make a grapple check. Basically, you're trying to grapple this thing out of his hand. So he has a 14.
Where is you grapple?
Can you pull it clear from his hand?
Am I blind? Where? Skills, maybe?
Grapple just
Where
strength-
is-
Grapple was
strength
basically
saving,
a D20 strength, Jay. So just click the icon
Oh.
next to your strength.
Oh, but it would
Strength or
be my
dex?
dex. It would be my dex.
Yeah, strength
She's
or
allowed
dex,
to
but
use Dex because she's all jujitsu-y. She knows how to use her body weight against people.
I mean, she critted a backflip. Come on.
Woo!
All right.
17.
You snatch the sword flying out of his hand. Literally, you pull it tight as and it comes flying out of his hand. And obviously, the weight of the sword, your whip rolls, and the sword kind of comes down and lands at your feet. So he
Great,
is.
and I would kick it behind me as I did that. I
Okay,
don't want
so
him
you-
anywhere near it.
Alright, now you can do that as a bonus action. So you put your foot on it and sling it behind you. Okay. Talgar.
Alright, I saw the guy in the green robe earlier. Now, do I see Emlyn behind him? Did I see that happen? Can I do a...
You can see them, yeah, so you know where they're at.
Okay. Alright. I'm going to attempt to jump off the horse this way.
Alright. You won't need to make a dice roll to jump off the horse if you're just climbing down off the horse, but that will count as your movement.
Okay, I'm going to say, come on. What the hell's your name? Come on, Lilith. Let's go. And,
Come on, Lilith. Let's just leave these
come
guards.
on, Lilith. Let's
Let
go.
them have the cart. Whatever,
I'm
Lilith.
sorry. I gotta get my energy up. Lilith! Let's go! How's that?
So matter of fact, come along, Lilith.
Let's
We're
go.
leaving now.
Come
These guards are
Sorry.
inconsequential
fine.
to me. All right. So you jump down and you call for Lilith. Okay.
Yes.
So that is what Tulgar is doing. Okay. Whoa! And he teleported.
Misty step 2.
30. Yeah. He's a spell absorber. He sucked up Emlyn's spell. Okay. So you jump that side. The guy that was in front of the horse is going to leap. His move is going to be to intercept you. This guy grabs hold firmly of the horse. This guy is still pointing the crossbow at Lilith, daring her to move. This guy, realizing he no longer has a weapon, he takes a step back and goes, a little help over here! This guy is moving down. He's reloading his crossbow as he does so, because he just fired it at Tulgar. Alright, so the one that intercepted Tulgar, he lunges forward with his sword in a violent attempt to impale the mighty barbarian. However, all he manages to find is thin air with his stabbing point of his sword. However, the cart is now firmly locked down by this guy. Lilith is looking in a bad situation. She has one crossbow bow pointed at her, one reloading, and the captain of the guards yelling orders. Okay, it is Emlyn's turn. Emlyn.
Seeing that they're in a bad situation, I'm going to do V-Spiritu, and I'm going to Eldritch Blast the guy from behind, hopefully.
The one that's attacking Tulgar?
The one that's attacking Tulgar, yeah.
From behind, that is a hit.
For 10.
Okay. He lunges forward, gripping his back with his shield arm as he does so, like, feeling the pain.
And
Right.
then Emlyn's gonna go, get the fuck over here.
All right, Liv, anything different? Are you still playing cat games?
I'm still playing cat games. I'm actually going to distance myself from the location of Eldritch Blast, just in case they turn this direction. So I can't move her off the map, but somewhere she wants to be able to see Emlyn and them. But
Okay,
she
so you're
doesn't
kind of
want
moving
them to
northwards?
look. A little bit, yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
And who's is going to have eyes on her, so nothing can sneak up behind her
Right,
and go,
well, just for
"We
your
got you."
reference, let me show you. So this is what is directly above you. Let me go ahead and show you. Oh, not there.
Okay.
All right. So you're probably you're like in about here, this kind of area. Anywhere in this kind of area here.
Oops. I gotta move the map around. I zoomed in too far.
Ping. Okay. Kind of bottom left corner of this map. Got it?
Okay, make the circle again. Sorry.
Kind of around here.
Okay, on that way.
All right. Okay. Lilith, what do you want to do?
If I try to back handsprings away, I'm gonna get attack of opportunity on me. I'm sure.
Actually, the one closest to you is reloading his crossbow, so he can't make an attack of opportunity. However, this guy has held his action to see if you run, so he can take a shot at you if you try to move, but won't, not because it's an attack of opportunity, but because it's a held action.
Because he already has one, yeah.
Yeah.
What is my AC? 14. Well, seductive movements does what? Motion of your body causes your enemies to become distracted while wearing a costume without armor. Your armor class equals 11 plus your dex modifier plus half your charisma.
Yep.
15, 16, 17. Okay, Lilith is gonna backhand springs away, attempting to get behind the cart.
Okay, so you're going to try to do a... Okay. Flipping in that direction. Go ahead and make an acrobatic / perform check for you. $16. All right. She does so. She suddenly just breaks into back handsprings and starts backflipping behind the cart. The guy with the crossbow is going to shoot. However, because you chose to risk doing that as opposed to just running, I am going to give you a +1 to that AC. So what is your current AC?
Including seductive movements or no?
Yeah, including, because that's what you're doing.
Yes, 17.
All right. He fires where you were as you backflip round behind the cart. Okay. And then he begins to reload his crossbow. And thank you for that donation from Ruby Hara. We'll thank you here in just a second, my friend.
Thanks, man.
All right. Talgar. You have a guard still in front of you.
I am actually going to bring my axe around and recklessly attack him, which means I get advantage, but they also get advantage.
Yep.
Because I'm upset that I missed the first time, and I refuse to miss again.
Will he live? Will he die?
Okay, good. I would have hit.
Either way, okay. For 18 slashing
Nice.
damage, plus the 10 points that Emlyn has already delivered to this guy. All right. The mighty Talgar brings the axe crashing down. He brings his shield up to deflect the blow, but the weight of the shield buckles the shield downwards, gliding the axe into his shoulder blades, right between the shoulder and the neck. There is a huge spray of blood as he gurgles and spits as he collapses to the floor, dead.
Oh shit!
just
Oh, well.
straight
I don't want to kill the guy.
Well, you just did. You just murdered a town guard, Tolgar. Let's raise the ante on your bounty.
God.
All right. You haven't moved, so you can still move because you haven't had your move action yet. So if you want, you can.
If I did that, I would move towards this way, hoping Lilith
Tolgar,
is
man.
behind
Okay.
me.
All right. So you hack him down mercilessly, pulling your axe clear from the corpse, and without a second thought, just run past him as he collapses to the ground. Murderous bastard. Okay. The guards. The captain of the guards, hearing the screaming and the blood-curdling cry from his footman, is running round to the side and giving chase. He is moving. He literally is gonna. He was gonna dash, but when he sees his buddy, he stops momentarily to check the corpse. This guy has now loaded his crossbow. He fires it at Lilith as she runs past the cart.
For our damage.
For R. Okay. As he stands there, the crossbow goes flying past Lilith as she continues to run down past the horse. This guy is running around on his action to try to get behind. This guy is reloading his crossbow. Okay. We are.
Is this the guy that is without a sword?
Yes. Yes, he has no sword. He's just trying. He's just chasing you with the shield. All right. Emlyn.
I see this guy stop momentarily to check the body.
He doesn't like check the body. It's like he runs and then he's like pauses to look at his dead friend before he looks at you with a renewed vigor and then comes running again.
I Eldritch Blast him.
Okay, you Eldritch Blast the captain or the lieutenant for 13 points of damage. It's your black tendrilled magic slams him hard in the chest as it pushes him 2 stumbled step backwards as he lets out a loud kind of an agonizing grunt. All right, Liv, same thing. Watching from your position to the north. You're muted.
What does Hoot see? She wants Hoots to be able to see exactly how many guards are standing and also if anybody is approaching.
Okay. There are 5 guards still standing. Only 1 has been felled. All the way at the other end of the street, like from the far end of the market, which would be kind of down this area here, coming up behind the drunken rat, she can see the group of mercenaries walking, kind of walking briskly in your direction. Distance-wise, they'll probably be here in about 5 or 6 rounds.
5 or 6 rounds.
They're not running.
Woo!
They're still, you know.
Okay,
you know, they're walking quickly, but they're making no real direct effort to track you guys. You know, to try to run to catch you guys.
Does Liv feel that she has any kind of spell on her? Because she did see the guy look into her, and she felt that feeling back in the tavern.
It's nothing you can really feel, no.
Okay. In that case, yeah, Hoots is just gonna look around. He's gonna relay the information, and she's going to meow up at Emlyn. But Emlyn's just probably not going to even understand what the hell she's trying to say, so...
He understands every meowing word you meowing say.
Meow, meow! And he's going to be like, what the fuck? Kick the cat. I don't know. No.
Alright, Lilith. So there's a guard running around the cart behind you. Other than the dead body, right now there's a clear... I mean, you've got a clear gap between you and Tulgar.
Yeah, seeing that this guy is unarmed, Lilith's just gonna turn around and make a dash for where Emlyn and the others are.
Okay. Alright, so if you dash, you can move 60 feet, which is from where you were...
Well, isn't it twice her speed?
Yeah, but it's 30 plus 30 would be 60.
Hers is 40.
Oh, shit, yeah. Okay, well then she can move to... She can get right here if she wants to. She can get right by him.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, she's going behind everybody. She's I've done enough cool stuff for tonight. You guys.
I've done plenty of cheerleading. All right. Well, the guards that are, let's see. Tulgar goes first. What is Tulgar doing?
I am also dashing towards the left, I guess. This way.
As you guys as Tulgar kind of gets to you, the fellow in the green tunic just grinces and says, "For Talos' sake, follow me!" and starts running to the northwards from you guys.
Time to follow.
All right, he is moving fast as his little legs will go, which is basically as quick as Liv and as quick as Lilith can move. All right.
Okay. I want to glance at Emlyn as we're following him. Like, that look. Are you sure about this?
I'm just gonna run. I'm not gonna answer.
In your words, right? Wow, wow, wow.
All right. Let's move down here.
Just a materialized. It's a me.
Let's see.
I don't know why it sounds like Mario.
Do I have everybody?
Mario.
Do I have everybody
God,
here?
Mario.
Yeah, you're all here. Okay.
Hey, it's Mario.
Right. Okay, so he is running straight
Dead
northwards. As you can hear the guards chasing behind you, screaming at the top of their voices, "Stop them! Stop them! Somebody stop them!" Several peasants and individuals, average town folk, turn to look, Some of them with an almost meaningful look on their face, but then when they see the size of Tolgar, most of them are like, oh yeah, no, I don't think I want to be brave today. Sod that. That looks like a dangerous thing. There's an advantage in being a huge, brutish,
Yeah, I would stare them
violent-looking
all
individual.
dead in the eyes too as I'm running past them.
glaring at him like, come on, I dare you. Okay. Right, he continues to flee northwards.
I follow.
All right. He doesn't even stop to look behind as he continues to run.
Yeah, I love the little cat icon.
Right.
I know. I'm trying to
As
see
he
it
gets
through
kind of north, as he gets up here, he screams behind, "Leave the sodding coach alone!" and carries on running in this direction.
It's good he said that because
Yes, I was thinking about it too.
I was thinking about it.
Right, he carries on running down behind the side of this building, and then quickly takes a direct turn eastward,
Through the building. Awesome.
and is
Got it.
running along the top.
You plane shifted.
There we go. I'll make sure I got it right. There we go. All right. Okay. You can hear the guards somewhere fumbling around behind you, but they don't appear to actually have, tailed you directly. You can hear the noise coming from somewhere over near the center of the courtyard. As you can hear them, notify Captain Montaigne! There's criminals afoot! They attacked us openly in the street! They murdered Solomon!
I killed Solomon. No.
You hear them go, "Oh no, Solomon! Poor Solomon! He just had his 14th child!
Jesus.
All of them girls!" No.
Stop it.
All right, as he continues to run, anybody left behind?
Nope, I'm.
No.
I
There
don't
is
see a
some
Tolgar. Get over here, Tolgar.
I'm coming.
Tolgar's like.
All right, hold on. I'm losing people.
Oh, it's because I'm not all the way that direction. Hold on.
There you go.
Ah, this massive map.
All right. Okay. He is heading in a very familiar direction.
Oh my god.
He's taking you back the way you came.
No.
to his parents.
Oh,
Why?
All right. Are you guys just going to follow him?
I
Yes.
guess.
yes.
Yes,
When we
Cor,
enter
we're
this
just
part of the town, Lilith is gonna be like, "Not here again." She's.
All right.
Innocent shit better than dead. Where are we?
Oh, did I lose?
I have no idea. I can't see where we are.
Hang on, I
No.
lost Lilith. There she is.
Oh, I see where we are.
Right, I'm just putting you guys where you are following to this point. Okay. You guys got up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
We're
he
all
heads
based-
straight back down into the slums. Before doing anything, he stops, looks at several of the people that are kind of like looking at you rather curiously, and he says, "You ain't seen nothing, right? Do you understand? Nothing." And immediately they like, "Oh, no, I didn't see a darn thing," and turn around and start walking away hastily.
We told. By the way, there's a house on the market.
All right, at that point, he says, "In here, quick!" as he enters this building.
Oh, I entered the wrong building.
Bye guys. Have fun.
He's like, no wonder you're easily caught. Okay, so he basically takes you into this rough old building. As you walk through the front door, there's an old woman and an old man sitting in front of a fireplace, rocking backwards and forwards. They look at him and smile as he runs straight past them with nothing more than a tip of his cowl
Nice.
into their bedroom. He runs to their bed. He grabs hold of the bottom of the bed and presses down. You hear a loud "Ka-chish!" as the bed then lifts up, revealing a flight of stairs leading down beneath the bed.
Oh my god, you guys! If we just followed this guy from the beginning.
He runs
Fucking
into the
Batman,
stairwell
man.
of the. He runs into the
Batman.
stairwell of the stairs, stops and looks at you and goes,
Question: do the pillows from the bed fall off when the bed?
"No, this is not bed knobs and broomsticks."
Lilith is gonna grin and follow him down. She's gonna
Alrighty.
be very sassy as she does it. She
Okay,
likes this guy.
and that is a perfect place for us to pause. There are benches with roguish-looking fellows directly to your right. You can see one guy who has got his arm snugly wrapped around and his tongue slammed down the throat of some probable woman of the night. You can see,
My people.
Yeah, there are some large chests in this far corner. A table here where some roguish individuals seem to be playing some kind of game for money, as each one of them has large amounts of coin thrown liberally across the table. There are some dimly lit bracers against the walls here that illuminate, but still this place has a fairly kind of dim, flickering light. As you get to the bottom, your newly found friend stops and goes, "Oh." Puts his lips to his mouth as he points at what is going on at the center of the table, or center of the room. Over here, kneeling down on a large rug with a strangely dressed individual, very kind of like gaudy blue puffy looking clothing on his legs and his hat. It's kind of like, almost looks like a big doughy hat with that's blue with a little brown point on the top of it. Nothing like you've ever seen before. As he stands poised with a large scimitar. If people want to see what he looks like, poof, there he is. Okay. There's a couple of other fellows watching. A fairly well-built, dark-haired individual wearing blue, very tight-fitting clothes, fitting in all the wrong places, sits on a large red vellum chair, kind of leaning forward, staring at the rug. As you walk down, you're just in time to hear, "What am I going to do with you? Twice you have been warned, and twice you seem to think that you're above my ruling. I really don't see any alternative, unless you have the money or something to say. I feel that the only thing left to do is allow Hassan to do what he does best." I didn't realize. I mean, as I said before, I didn't know the rules when I came to Kanduin. It's preposterous. How could anybody know? As I said, you were warned. Well, I know, but I couldn't leave. I didn't have any money, and I only stole enough to arrange for my own... No. It's very simple. 30%. That is the going rate. That is the price to do business here in my city. What's the account? And he kind of glances to this fellow here who stands there. He goes, well, by our reckoning, he probably lifted at least 200, maybe 300 gold. So, let's be generous. Let's just say it was 200. 30% of 200, by my reckoning, is 60. Do you have the 60 gold, or don't you? I can get it. I can get it. And at that point, you see him go... With that, the guy wearing the flamboyant clothes suddenly whips the sword across as quick as possible, taking the head clean off of this individual as he sits there on his, or as he kneels there. As soon as that happens, Hassan grabs the body and pulls it back about 3 feet, letting it slump lifelessly to the floor with no head. The man at the chair says, "When will these criminals learn you don't get to come to Kanduin and cause trouble for me without it being, well, lucrative for me?" And at that point, he looks up. The man that's with you is like... But he's kind of gone very white in the face.
I have a question for.
Uh-huh.
Does Lilith know what they're in? Like
What they're in?
This setting here. Is she familiar with it at all?
What languages
given
do you speak?
Thieves can't.
Yes. In that case, you are fairly convinced that this is some kind of organized crime venue for sure. Call it a thieves guild if you want. Maybe it is. Maybe it's something less. Maybe it's something more. But that very likely seems to be the case, yes.
Alright, so she would have dealt with these in her... where she's from. I mean,
Maybe,
that's
yeah.
it would be this kind of den that she would go into to sell information.
Quite possibly, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So your newfound friend has kind of walked over to the rug and has beckoned you forward. Okay, a lot of people are kind of like, some of them are looking at you, half of them really don't seem to give a shit. When he gets there, you see him go, and he starts
He
suddenly
wants you
doing
to
some
save.
bizarre sign language.
Still third.
Right. It's not thieves can't, you do know that. The fellow on the chair goes... At which point he turns and looks at Tolgar, who is closest to him. Smiles politely and goes... and kind of bows. And at that point, he takes a few steps back and comes to the edge of the table, where they're gambling, puts both of his hands on the edge and watches eagerly at the game that is commencing. The fellow on the chair looks up and he says, "What brings you to Kanduin?"
Who is he asking?
You guys collectively.
Private business.
Okay, Liv is still a cat, right?
Yeah.
So let me move Liv. I don't know how she got captured as a person. Let me move her out and move a cat in.
Giant cat.
There you go.
There we go.
All right. Yeah, so he kind of looks at you and says, "What brings you to Kanduin?"
Private business.
He says, "Trust me, there is nothing private here in Kanduin. This is the most open and obvious city in the
Well,
Southern Realms."
We'll call it then a stopping point on our journey.
So, my mute friend indicated to me that you had a run-in with the guards. Prior to that, apparently you'd upset a man, Marcus Midgard. Does that name mean anything to you?
No.
Really? You are of the criminal element, and yet you have never heard of Marcus Midgard. As a small child, when you did things wrong, did your parents ever say to you, "Don't do that, or the bogeyman will get you"?
I've never heard of the bogeyman, and I'm not criminal.
Were any of you ever haunted or threatened as a child about, I don't know, things that would happen if you did naughty things? Did your parents never threaten you with some kind of menace?
I don't remember my parents, sir.
Not any menace of the mortal sort,
Well,
sir.
you see, for the criminal element, Marcus Midgard is the bogeyman. Yes.
Okay. What's that have to do with us?
Well, I'd really like to know. You see, from what I understand, you caused quite a scene in the tavern. My friend Silent Joe over there witnessed all of it, attempted to help you, of which you didn't seem overly interested. And that concerns me because I don't really have much use for a criminal element that wants to work outside of my organization in my city.
You would understand if we were a bit wary of who we trusted.
Right, at this point, a dark-skinned, robed individual walks up clutching a huge, big, glowing blue stone in his right hand. He says, "If it is true that Marcus Midgard is seeking them, it would be pertinent, your underworldly majesty, that I take precautions." "Oh, yes, quite. Tell me, did he lock eyes with any of you? Did he stare into your souls?"
I see. Marcus must be the gentleman we met in the tavern.
Tall fellow, S-shaped scar upon his cheek, grey hair.
The only one that he would have looked at would be the one who is not in human form at the moment. And Emlyn's gonna look at Liv, the cat.
Sold her
Liv
out.
gives you
What an
that
asshole.
Puss in Boots, like, kitty cat cute eyes, like, huh? And then she
Okay.
transforms into a human girl, and she's like thanks, Emlyn. Yes, I
Wow.
locked eyes with Marcus.
Okay, several people like and stare as the naked Liv suddenly appears.
Well, it's not like you haven't seen a girl before. Jeez.
The fellow sitting at the chair, he says, "Fetch her something. Anything." And this fellow here heads over to the crates and comes back with a rather lavish silk red dress and hurls it at you.
She catches it and she puts it on quickly.
Alrighty. He says, "Yes, Callan, I do think you're right. If he has marked one of them, it's entirely possible that he would find his way here. We can't have that, can we?" "No,
I'm sorry?
not at all."
Marked, you say?
Well, you see, you have to understand, there are a lot of superstitious nonsense rumors about Marcus Midgard. Some say he has a supernatural way of finding his quarry that, how do they say it? Once he sets his eyes upon you, he can follow you to the ends of the earth. It's almost as if he can smell your whereabouts.
Well,
I personally don't hold to such nonsense, but just in case, my friend here, Callan, well, he's part of our organization because of his very specific talents.
I would suggest you do not delay then. By all means, do whatever you need to do.
Callan holds the gem up into his right hand, stares at it, waves his hand upon it, and says, "Arakimas, Danisa, Portente, Dewinte Makasa." And suddenly there's like a pulse that comes out that goes, "Vroom," like a blue light flies across the room.
I do an Arcana check.
Sure. If there is, go ahead and make a dick roll. dice roll.
15.
It is. You don't know exactly what it was that he did, but you believe it's some kind of obscuring spell.
Okay. Thank you.
He
I'm
says,
just going to say thank you.
at that point, he
Arcana check
says,
as well.
yes. While Callan de Wint is not of the most criminal element, he does have his uses. Okay.
Well, I do love a useful man. As rare as they may be.
How close is the guy that just used the spell?
He is right here.
He's right over there.
So
within
you
30
are
feet?
here. Let me make sure I've got my scale right. Yeah.
Okay, and it's a blue stone, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
It's a big blue stone.
big blue stone.
And it
Got
glows like a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Alright. He says, so, what I'm about to tell you might seem rather strange. But we generally don't keep secrets here in the, Candawin underworld. We tell the truth. We like everybody to be on the up and up. He said, for example, you've already met Silent Joe over there, and he points at the guy with the green hood, who, like... Silent Joe was, unfortunately, doesn't have a tongue. They cut it out of him because he, well, was fond of telling people things that they shouldn't be told. Hassan over here, Hassan Ramisva, is from overseas. He came to Kanduin on a vessel. Had a bit of a unfortunate, well, soiree with a noble's daughter. He was going to be hung. He found his way to us. He is a remarkably skilled man with a single cut of a blade. Fantastic executioner. Apparently that was his former career. He worked for a sultan, apparently. Whatever one of those is. Myself, I'm Gillian Blake. I am the, appointed benefactor of all these lost souls. At this point, you can see right here, sitting in bold daylight, right next to him on the table, is a ton of gold pieces. But what really catches your eye is a chest that is stock full of gold bricks, like piled up, probably estimated maybe 15 to 20,000 gold's worth, just sitting there. Open,
Is there
topped, in broad daylight.
Any engraving on the box at all, or anything that separates it
It
from
is a very
other
heavy
boxes?
duty box, but it is not. There is no engraving on it. The lid is just open, like almost like he's bragging.
Right.
He says, with that in mind, clearly, if Marcus Midgard has an interest in one of you or all of you, I would very much like to know what it is. So, as you are new to the city, I'm going to afford each of you an opportunity that rarely some people, as he points at the beheaded fellow on the, like, laying on the ground in the corner, get. If you steal anything in Kanduin, 30% of it belongs to me. Should you try to leave the city without delivering it, I'll have your head. If you bring the authorities down on me or any of my charges, I'll have your head. Actually, I won't. Hassan will. But I'm so curious. Why is Marcus Midgard after you folk? Anyone care to share a story? I love stories.
It's this Lilith that's going to step forward, and she's going to start speaking to him in Deep's Cant.
Okay.
She is going to ask him if he would afford us the same courtesy of not involving the authorities.
Okay, he's like, oh. Basically says, trust us, the last thing we want is to involve the authorities in anything. We handle our own justice here.
Right, so staying in Thieves' Cant, she's going to explain to him.
Anybody else speak Thieves' Cant? Okay, so
Wait.
basically what you're seeing is a bunch of weird noises, grunts, and hand signals being exchanged between Lilith and this fellow.
She's going to first introduce herself and tell him where she comes from.
Okay.
And explain how she knows Thieves' Cant and that she's experienced in dealing with this sort of thing. And then she's going to explain to him that they were on a prisoner's ship that sunk. And that this is why they are fleeing.
Okay, he answers back and says, "Where were you going?"
And she's going to answer a hamlet off of removed from Corthane,
Okay.
saying that she's returning to the brothel.
Right. He says, no, where was the ship taking you?
Oh. Do we know the name of the...
Yeah, it was taking you, to the prison island, which is, Carcerian. No.
Okay.
Yeah, Carcerian. That's right.
Okay, well, she relates that.
Okay. Right, he basically, again, using Thieves' Cant, he says, "What did you do to justify life imprisonment on that accursed island?"
Then she goes on to explain, again, still in Thieves' Cant. One of our clients turned violent to one of my girls. I, of course, stepped in. I grabbed the nearest thing to me, which was a ribbon from a corset. I wrapped it around his neck after rendering him prone with a chair. I stood upon his back, I grind my heels into him, and I brought him to unconsciousness and revived him several times, sending him back into unconsciousnness.
Holy shit.
Yeah, she's an evil bitch. Don't fuck with her, girls. I want to work for your brothel.
This particular client was a well-off nobleman.
He's like, ah. So I understand. You, the wrong person. Unfortunate, but I understand this. He says, and, your friends?
I'm not at all aware of the details of their own incarcerations.
He says, well, I think it's about time we found out, don't you? At that point, he kind of looks directly past Lilith, the first person, who is Tolgar. And he says, you, my muscular friend. It appears that Lady Lilith is here from very unfortunate circumstances. So you were on a ship, hell-bent for Caesarion, that accursed prison island. Not a place that they send the average person when they've committed things that society deems to be wrong. Of course, there are no judgments here. What exactly is it you did to get put on that vessel, if you don't mind me asking? Of course,
I
if you do,
simply
it's almost irrelevant, but...
Beat up the wrong 3 men.
The wrong 3 men? And who were these individuals? Do you remember? Did you know who it was that you beat to a bloody pulp?
Just followers of a certain councilman.
Oh dear. Which council?
I don't know.
And where did this take place?
I guess I would know that, wouldn't I?
Yeah, I mean, it was...
I don't remember the name.
It was, well, actually, you might not have known who the councilman was. I mean, it was to the north of here that in the town that it happened, but you probably didn't necessarily know where he came from, so...
Yeah. That's all the information I have.
Interesting. How unfortunate it is that some people seem to cause problems for our kind of individual, and then we end up bearing the burden of the blame. And you, little fellow, what about you?
I crossed paths with Porthan DeWint of Corthan.
Observation check, please.
Oh.
Oh god.
10.
Okay, a 10. When you say that, the guy's right in front of you, pretty much, is right here. The other mage, or the guy's mage, as soon as you say that, you see him go like... almost like choke on his own spit. Excellent Dragon, thanks for the follow, buddy. The guy on the chair, Gillian, looks at him and goes, please, continue.
He had something I needed, or thought I needed, to appease the voices. Took it, was captured, apprehended here in Candlewind.
The voices.
Yes.
The voices in your head?
Yes, the voices
Oh,
in
you're
my
one
head.
of those. Okay, no, that's fine. There's several of those here. So you... What was it you took something, yes? What did you take?
Gemstone. Of significant power.
With that, the mage says, was it a large red ruby by chance?
Yes, it was.
Oh, yes. Interesting. Very, very interesting. We must talk. And he kind of almost sinks back into his robe with a weird, mischievous look on his face. Gillian looks at him like... As I said, he has his uses, but he doesn't truly fit in the criminal element. Anyway, well, and you, my dear, quite a talent. I could use your abilities here in my, with my charges. The ability to turn into a house cat and back at will, well, can only imagine the uses of, well, you know, acquisition.
Of course. Yes,
but
turning into a house cat is fun.
pray tell, what brings you to, or what brought you to being press-ganged into a vessel hell-bent for a criminal island? What is it you did to find yourself
I was
so
in the wrong
blessed?
place at the wrong time. I found out some information I should not have known. Being able to
Really?
transform, sometimes that happens, but...
And they caught you and threw you on board the ship. Well, why didn't you just turn into a cat and run away?
Unfortunately, I was unconscious. I could not. And the ship that we were on had a way of not being able to let us use our magic.
Yes, Carcerian, it is a terrible place. They say it is inescapable. I myself have met two people that claim to have escaped it. Whether that's the truth or not, I don't know. But yes, that you are correct. They employ various different wards to nullify magical effects. So each of you wanted, because you're escaped criminals, and each of you previously were sentenced to life upon the island. Unfortunately, you, my friend, as he looks directly at Tolgar, from what I understand, you're probably now marked for death. There is no life imprisonment for you. You murdered a town guard.
They were in my way.
Yes, they won't see it. I fully understand, of course. They were obviously at fault. However, you know how misguided justice can be. They will no doubtedly see it as they were just trying to do their duty, and you hacked one down in cold blood. Oh, I'm sure your description is running rampant throughout the city as we speak. Have you seen this man? 6 foot tall with a bald head and a
6'4".
huge big... I'm sitting down, you look as tall to me as you probably are, but in any case, as I said, and I'm sure that they've described your friends, and oh yes, you're in quite a pickle now. I'm sure the Northern Gate has already been given you a description and ordered to search every cart and wagon that should go in or out. Of course, you could always try to find your way to the south, to the docks, and find passage on a ship. But again,
I suppose you have a third way out, don't you?
And they say barbarians are renowned to be dim-witted. Clearly you're not. I absolutely do have a way out of the city for you. For all of you.
What's the price?
Well, if we want to talk price, as he kind of glances at the huge chest of gold that he has to his right, and then kind of like eyeballs all of his crates and barrels, including the chests in the far corner. I am a greedy person, that's a fact. I would not even pretend to deny it. If I was able to provide you a fail-safe and seamlessly invisible way out of Corthan, what would it be worth to you? And he leans back in his chair and just folds his arms.
I assure you more than we have on us. Not that anything that we would have on us would be of any sort of value to you. It would be just a drop in the bucket.
So you're broke.
You
then.
have wealth and material needs all you want of plenty here, but yet, what are you lacking, sir?
As I said, I am
Perhaps
greedy.
a favor.
There is never an amount of money large enough that I would not turn down. I was hoping that maybe you had pilfered your Weasley black guts out while you were here and maybe had thousands of gold to your name.
I've only been here for a small amount of time.
Hey, a good thief? Well, it's amazing what they can accomplish in a small amount of time. But from what I'm hearing, you're piss poor broke, is that correct?
Until I return to my garden, yes. I could offer you favors there, but...
Oh, I'm very aware of the sort of favors that you could offer, and I must admit, I am incredibly tempted. So I'll say this. For you, my dear, an evening of your delightful company would suffice.
Correct.
I'm sure
Consider it
you
that.
have. But of course, it only pertains to you. I don't expect that your particular talents could, well, cover the costs of these other reprobates. But that would be enough for me. It is rare that I find myself in the company of an attractive lady of such breeding and clearly such talents and imaginative skills. The rest of you, however, I don't really know what you have to offer. No offense to you, my massive fellow, but you're not my type.
That's too bad. And I'll hold out my axe and say, do you need anything taken care of?
This is not in the sort of line of work that you're thinking of. I need, as you can see, my friend here, Hassan, can chop off heads. I have all of my charges that can find out information, but there is one thing that does come to mind. We are all...
What?
Riddick 12, thank you for hitting the button!
Ace man.
We appreciate
Welcome.
you, dude.
Whoops,
And we have a
that's
kind
wrong.
donation from Encounter Meech. And we will
Bitch,
read
you.
that out here in just a second, because we're about to go to our second break, and we have something awesome to show you at that break.
Yes.
So, thank you for that kind donation, Meech, and Redict12, thank you for becoming a reroller. Give that man some love. What do we say,
Take your
Jane?
pants off. Oh, I beat you to it.
There you go. Take your pants
Take your
off.
pants off again. If you have 2 pants on.
Encounter Mitch is as generous as he is handsome and strong. He'd do well here in this Thieves Guild, I'm just saying. So, he says, I do have something in
Speak your
mind.
mind.
He looks at Emlyn and he says, you've stolen from a wizard, haven't you?
It took several months of gaining his trust and working for him for absolutely nothing. But
Yes. How do you feel about stealing from a filthy, dirty, rich, entitled son of a bitch?
I would steal from him if he was a poor, broke bastard. It doesn't matter to me.
Well, he's not a poor, broke bastard. He is, in fact, incredibly wealthy, and he has something I want. Unfortunately, if any of my individuals get caught doing it, well, it's definitely the noose. You steal from this fellow, you see. He's very well connected. It's stupid, foolhardy, and suicidal. I wouldn't dare expect any of my charges to risk their lives on such a foolish mission. However, you're completely insequential to me, and you need my help. So, if you would like to risk life and limb... After all, you've done it before. I'm sure there'll be people to beat up, as he looks at Tolgar. And I'm sure there'll be things to find out. I'm sure this person has all manner of papers, as he looks at Liv.
I was honestly hoping I could just talk to your mage friend and share what I knew.
Oh, you'll have plenty of time to do that. We're not going to expect you to do this evening. It'll take planning. You'll have to have time to think things through. Have you been to the noble area of Kanduin yet? Have you seen it?
No, I have not.
Oh. Well, here's what we should do then. This evening, under cover of darkness, you should probably head out and eyeball the place, just so you know what it is you're going to break into. While Kanduin itself is situated inside these impressive walls, the noble area has its own set of impressive walls and a set of gates. The nicest, choicest establishments dwell within this particular courtyard. It is one of these that I expect you to burgle.
I have no choice.
No, you don't. Well, actually you do, but...
Do you have a list of nobles that are residing in the area?
Do I what, sorry?
Have a list of nobles that are residing in that area.
I do, but that's almost irrelevant. It's just one particular house I need you to rob.
You never know what's relevant when gathering information and robbing.
No, you're correct, but we have an uncanny knack of knowing what's relevant down here. We make it our business to know.
Do you realize you're asking a very large man to be stealthy?
No. I don't expect you to be stealthy at all. Honestly, I don't care. You can kick
Really?
the door in, hack everybody to death, steal the item, and bring it back to us. I honestly don't give a crap.
How
At the
many
end of the
people
day,
are in the house?
Don't know.
Don't know.
At times, there is the man himself, his son, and I believe he has a cook.
And what is his name?
Well, we'll get to that, but just so that you know what's in it for you, we have a way out of the city, by land, of course, that would avoid any guard investigation. It would avoid any questions. and would probably even throw Marcus Midgard off the trail, at least for a few hours. And that's what's in it for you. Of course, if you don't want to do it, we could all just butcher the shit out of you right here and now.
I honestly don't think it would be a problem.
I'm sure it wouldn't. Honestly, I would quite be happy if you just stayed here with me and let them go do it.
We need her.
Yes, I thought you might say that. Well,
My walls are quite impressive themselves. I think that we can...
What?
Wait, what?
Your
That's
walls
so
are impressive.
My walls are quite impressive themselves. I don't think we'll have a problem getting inside.
Sorry.
Shaggett's, we lost him. We lost Shagget. He says, okay, here's what we can do. So as I said, this evening, give it a couple of hours to get properly dark. You head to the northwestern corner of Kanduin, and you'll see the noble quarters. Get yourself a good lie of the situation. And the house in the top left corner is the one that you need to concern yourself with. Now,
Once I leave this area, will Marcus be able to detect me still?
probably yes. So you better be quick and
Excuse me, I really think we need to have a little group powwow.
Sidebar!
oh, by all means.
Huddle, guys!
Of course, make yourselves at
There's
home.
a good one.
Where are my manners?
You have manners?
Oh, of course. I even eat with a knife and fork on occasion. Fetch these fine individuals. What would you prefer? Fine wine, brandy, rum, ales, mead? Whatever, bring a bottle of each. Give them to these individuals. Allow them... Hey, you! And he points immediately to his right. He says, vacate that bench. Allow our friends here to have a corner of the room of privacy, if you will. Without
Thank you.
any... without any kind of grumbling or whining, they step away and move over to this side of the room. This guy's dead. He can go away. He says, feel free to discuss things amongst yourselves right over there. Enjoy the beverages.
Thank you.
We have plenty of food if you would like to help yourselves to our fine fare. Discuss amongst yourselves as you wish, but of course understand you don't actually have a choice. If you try to leave here without agreeing, we'll cut you down where you stand. But beyond that, feel free to have a, as you put it, group powwow. All right, we will go ahead and break right real quick. All right, yeah, so over to you guys. So you're in your not really particularly secluded corner of the room. Discuss whatever it is you want to discuss.
Well, it seems like we have no choice to but to help these guys out. But they are thieves, and looks at Lilith. Don't thieves double cross most people?
Lilith smiles knowingly and says, actually, thieves are very good to have on your side. The thieves that operate like this, not just common petty thieves. Those are true criminals, murderers. You get the idea. These people actually have a code of ethics. They're loyal to one another, to other thieves, as long as you follow their rules. They're actually good people to have in our corner.
I respect that.
I
like
respect
this
it
group.
too, but yet I can't shake the feeling that, we have a bounty on our heads. That is one thing that we discovered back at the tavern. And if we do what he is asking us to do, we don't have really a choice, but we do it, and we come back. What's not to say that he or somebody else he can get will turn us in and collect the bounty?
Funny, I was thinking about you in regards to that very conundrum. I'm just gonna look at Liv.
Do you think I would turn you in?
I don't know what the hell you'll do. And that's what worries me.
What would you like to know, Emlyn?
Well, for starters, you almost got us kicked off the boat again by obsessing over the cargo holds. You didn't help us in the fight versus the were-tiger. You thought it prudent to investigate the temple when it was not our job. You, again, let's get over it. You didn't help us there when we were escaping in the cart. You were still a cat. And you went to the bounty hunters to talk to them. What makes... Why? Just tell me why, please.
The ship originally, I was a little stir crazy and wanted to investigate. That was on me. That was my bad. The second one you offered, the were-tiger, I saw only an innocent man trying to inform us of information, but I don't understand why you want to justify the positive of what negative action you took on him. Maybe it's a...
You watched us almost die. It didn't matter that he was good or bad or worth killing or not. You saw Tolgar grappling with him.
I saw you attack a innocent man.
Right.
This is a moral dilemma for you, not for me.
So you're
How
not going
could
to...
you-
Okay. Okay.
How could
And
you?
You went to the bounty hunter. Please, let's fast forward. Let's see.
Okay, all right. We'll just pretend. Okay, sure. The bounty hunter, we did not know that the bounty hunter was a bounty hunter, and I figured it would be our best move to talk to those people to figure out what exactly they are up against and what they want to know about us. If not about us, about other things. They were obviously bad people. So what I wanted to do was to investigate who and what they were. Now that we have gotten the information that, 1, they are bounty hunters, 2, they are looking for us, 3, it is by something magical, because let's face it, we've only been here for, how long have we been here, Gorbad?
Here in the city, a day.
Well, no, like after we got
Less,
off
yeah,
of the
less than a
prison,
day.
after the prison boat thing.
Well, from the time the shipwreck,
Uh-huh.
when the
has
ship
it
went down, you guys have been together probably about 2 months.
It's been over a month.
2
Yeah.
months?
It's close to 2 months, yeah.
Okay. Well, I was thinking it was magical only because it was such a limited amount of time in communication. It's not like we can pick up a cell phone, so I was thinking it was magical. But what information they have gathered about the prisoners, the guy also mentioned that we needed to go back to the guard tower, and the guard tower might have some more information as far as what is to be found out about prisoners. I was thinking magical, but I guess that's not going to work here. Communication by magic.
I believe Emlyn is speaking on the fact that your action put us all in danger.
Also, what you guys don't know is I have the ability to locate object. The closer I got to them, the closer I can make a connection with whatever they were wearing. And the better it is for me
Fair
to
enough.
be able to find them when
We
we
were
need-
all at the
find-
table talking about how we should avoid these guys at all costs. And
You
then
would've
you took it
ran.
upon... Yes, and we would not have had you get marked by them.
They would have still been chasing us.
Possibly.
Eventually, they would have chased us.
But
They're still
possibly,
chasing us.
But not at the accelerated rate that they are. We probably would have had more time. You heard us all at the table say we should probably lay low, maybe sneak out the back, maybe escape, and then you took it upon yourself to ignore our suggestion, the group you've been traveling with for so long, to do your little plan without even telling us that you could locate an object by getting
It
close.
never came up. Emlyn, I've seen
You
you do
could have
things that you've
mentioned-
never actually mentioned to me before.
I will mention things when I feel that you guys should know.
Should we take
You-
a list of perhaps of our capabilities and maybe put them on the floor right here, right in front of all of these ears that are probably now listening to us?
Liv,
Now
after
is such a really good time to discuss all of these things.
after the encounter with the man that transformed into the were-tiger, I can't say that I didn't cross my mind that you may be turning us in when you approached the man in the bar.
I would never
just-
turn you in. That is not at all what I was.
Well,
I've
you
been
seem
thinking.
to not know the party that you have been a part of for so long. We are not the party to debate moral quandaries about whether someone deserves to die or should live. I will kill anyone who gets in my way, and that has always been the case.
Including
I-
other party members.
If they do
Where-
something stupid,
Where
yes.
does your lines and where does it stop and where does it end and start? I don't know.
I'm telling you, Lilith and Tolgar have never done anything that would make me think, well, now it's my time to stab him in the back.
I just went from your actions when I observed you killing an innocent man. That I was, but you know what? That's okay. You want to justify that as whatever.
I want to justify it as we are all in this together. We are all on the run from the law, a law that is now chasing us. It is time to all act together.
And we can
Or
act together.
not.
We can act together, but I do think that we should do it with caution, and we should find out as much information as possible about the people that are after us. Maybe it is time that we actually talked about who we are and where we came from, and
You
put our
first.
stories out there.
Why were you imprisoned?
I really would not want to say around here. It's a long story.
Well, you want us to be open and divulge, and yet you refrain from answering a simple question.
Fine. I was imprisoned because I found out some information that I shouldn't have known. I was 8 months pregnant, married to a nobleman that I did not want to marry in the first place, but I had no choice. I had to save my lands, and he said that he would be able to provide for my people. So I married him. I knew that he was a bad person. I followed him to many places and saw that he indeed was a very wrong person, and that I had made a mistake. But even so, the thought that the child that was growing in my belly would soon be here brightened my spirits. And so, one day, I went into his office, looking for a parchment paper and a pen to write down some baby names. And what I found were letters. Letters to people about killing off my family, my land, everybody I've ever known, everybody I ever loved, for just ore and minerals. And when that happened, when I saw those letters, he came through the door. I looked at him with anger and hatred in my eyes, and he told me he didn't give a care, and that it didn't matter. And he was happy that he didn't have to put on the charade anymore. I went into labor as he spoke those words, and I fell to the floor. The next thing I knew, I was in a court of law, and I woke up and I saw my child in his arms. I didn't even get to hold my child. I didn't get to touch or see. I don't even know if it's a boy or a girl, but he has my child. I guess it's our child. See, I lost everything from that nobleman. And the only reason I can think that I was on board that ship is probably because of the things that I may have learned. He knows that I know that he killed off my people and everything. I'm not exactly sure what else he thinks I know. Which makes me not want to go to this noble house. To find out information about the other noble people, perhaps to bring him down, I do want to know. But if he's there, I can't be seen.
Lilith's face has gone dark as she hears this story.
If you put as much effort into pursuing your retribution and stop with the frivolous investigations, side quests, I must know everything, and you heal me when I need to be healed, I will accept you in this party fully. Oh, and stop with the shit with the hoots and the mage hand and the touching of me in any way, shape, or form.
I will heal you.
Stop with the
I
touching
will-
of me.
Yes, I just realized, because I am not that kind of person. I don't play games of that sort.
Fine. I am interested in your horns. Like I said, it's nothing. I still do want to know how they are. But I guess we'll save that for a different day.
Liv, do you know where your husband is now?
No idea. He could be at this location that the gentleman was talking about. I don't know.
If it is him, we will kill him, and it will
If
be
it-
over.
If it is him, then I need him to suffer, to pay for what he's done. I need my
his will?
child back, and I need to make sure that nobody ever goes through what I had gone through. To make sure that nobody's lands will ever be destroyed the way that mine were. It must be taken down.
Liv, what is his name?
It's Roberto.
Last name?
Forgot his last name.
Hans.
Ah.
Okay. We'll go with Roberto Snow for now.
He will suffer, and you will have your child back.
When we make him suffer, I think we should make him suffer for a very long period of time, and perhaps take away everything he knows and loves, the way he did my family.
And I will respect that choice, so long as you respect my choice to kill whoever I want to kill.
Fine.
It's just that simple with me. I
And I
will
can
not
touch the
betray you
horns
guys.
Okay.
Say
I
again.
said, and I can touch the horns, and Hoots can poop on you, and that's fine.
No. Any of that happens again, you are not going to be happy. But I will.
Tolgar clears his throat.
Roberto Cortez, was it?
Cortez, is it?
I need to look it up.
Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Anytime anyone has any plans, we will tell the whole party before acting on these plans. Is that clear?
Fair enough.
Should we give maybe like a sign or a signal?
I have a plan. How about just say that?
Sometimes we can't all speak. Sometimes we have to be quiet, and things pop into our heads, and we just react.
Reacting is never the way to go. It will always end up terribly. Having a plan is what makes a great tribe.
Okay.
Very well.
So what noble people have you guys pissed off?
Yeah, she just bled her heart and life story out. Who's next?
Hey, Emlyn told his story already about stealing the book from Portland to Win. It's been mentioned more than anyone else, so...
I'm going to ignore her question and say, wait, oh. Also, we have to agree on the plan. Majority wins.
So if you guys just randomly start shooting at people that are defenseless, I should just go along with it.
It's the right thing to do, unless you want to go find another group.
It's the right thing to do.
We do not shoot at people aimlessly for no reason, Liv. There's always a
We
reason.
did the man back at the ruins. He was defenseless and only trying to tell us that warn us.
He
Of the
killed.
snake creature.
He killed a guard we were hired to protect.
There's always a reason.
It was only because he was beaten by them.
And he's an abomination. Aren't you some mystical nature person? Nature lover, tree hugger?
I am, Emlyn, and that's why I'm trying to stay clear of the abominations and the curses. And she looks at you.
Emlyn, no name calling.
Fair enough. He was an abomination. So I did the prudent and right thing.
You are an abomination as well, are you not?
Oh.
Oh God.
You are cursed. And by
I
those
am not cursed, I am blessed. I am so blessed.
And you are so blessed then. But it would be called a curse. Didn't you say it was the curse the first time we had talked about things?
I might have explained it that way, but that doesn't make it
Bloodlines
so.
being cursed. I'm only
Tainted
using your
is
dialogue.
more tainted is more appropriate.
Okay.
It's not a curse. And then Emlyn, you're gonna see Emlyn kind of like look to the floor, like he's not entirely satisfied with what he just said.
I'm gonna
But
cry.
he said it anyway.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna
He's
cry.
gonna cry.
I'm gonna cry.
He's gonna cry. Here's a tissue.
Oh, that's evil.
Tissue.
Liv, the man seemed innocent, but he was still a man.
She questioningly looked at Lilith like, okay. I get it, but okay.
Always be wary of man, even if he is unarmed.
And at this, I'm gonna do Magus hands, and I'm gonna do Mage hand, and I'm just gonna have it like wave at Liv and Lilith. Just
Wait, man and curse? Let's get him!
Always be wary of every man that is around you at all times.
booga 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 booga.
You and I are not so different.
Oh, what a world! What a world!
Have at it, folks.
Yeah, how about tonight? I don't see we have another choice.
Well, she does. Then I'm gonna point at Lilith.
I don't see myself making it to Corthin without your help. I will be helping you.
Well, then let's, I guess, find the house and steal whatever we need to steal.
And hope we don't get double crossed.
That won't be a problem.
And what if perchance that Roberto is there? What if he sees
Then-
me?
He won't live to tell that he saw you. It won't matter.
I need to locate my child. I don't know if Roberto will have him or her with him.
Then Roberto will tell us where your child is. I give you my word, Liv.
Thank you, Lilith.
And my axe. Sorry. Seemed good.
Jade, I hate you.
I say nothing.
Emlin's just gonna like cross his arms and shrug.
You have my heels, Emlyn.
My heels, my high heels.
You have my heels.
Take solace in the fact that your child breathes.
And Emlyn says,
Does she? He?
He?
We,
She?
well, we hope so.
I
Would
will
be the only thing I
require.
have.
Well, I mean, it's a possibility. Lilith knows for a fact that hers are not breathing, so...
Yeah.
Mm.
Emlyn's gonna sit down next to Tolgar and just say, "I'm gonna need a minute or more.
For what?
Still tired from running through the city."
Asthma.
should go right
Got
away.
it. That damn tiefling asthma.
Tiefling asthma, that's right.
Hey man, it comes with the curse. What am I gonna say?
Lilith has amazing lungs. She can help you.
Right. Yeah.
I can show you my
Amazing.
exercise regimen
Yes.
in this
yes.
protein powder you can buy for a monthly
Lilith has
price
a
of.
Lilith has a tongue that's 10 inches long, and she learned to breathe through her ears. We know.
Yes.
God.
She has amazing lungs. A big, perky set of lungs.
Right. Perky lungs.
Yeah.
You know what's really funny is like the Liv token has got her arm around the Lilith token.
Alright, I'm gonna walk up by myself then up here.
Okay. Right, as you walk up,
Sir.
Gillian Blake is just sipping on a mug of ale. He's like,
Howreroll mug.
Howreroll mug? Yeah.
of course. Why would he
Good
not? He's like, yes.
We accept the trade.
Well, of course you do.
We'll leave tonight. Once it's dark.
What can you
Jesus.
tell us about our mark?
Well, it would be pertinent for you to know what you're about to steal, wouldn't it, really?
Absolutely.
So, he's just a simple rich man. Nothing special about him other than the fact that he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth, inherited all manner of fortunes from his merchant father. Well, he happens to have something that a client of mine will pay very handsomely for. It's about yay big around. Looks like a metal ball with a, well, strange protrusion from the top of it in the shape of a small cross. I'm sure you've seen such things before, kind of like some sort of religious.
Really great.
Yes, Lois has seen things like this before. She recommended you to a doctor.
He says,
Is it the holy hand grenade?
The Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch. No, he says, yes, it's, well, it is a relic of sorts. It has, as I said, it's a circular metal ball, mostly made of brass, with precious gems, but that's not the important part. The very top of it comes to a protrusion, and at the very pinnacle is the form of a mace or cudgel. It's something of particular interest to the Church of St. Cuthbert, but as we have no Church of St. Cuthbert here, our local clergy are not really interested in similar sorts of artifacts. Indeed, this is more for somebody that is willing to pay a large sum of money. As I've said, I could send some of my charges to do it, but if you get caught doing this, it's almost guaranteed execution. Why would I risk their lives when I can risk yours? After all, if you get seen, doesn't really matter. You'll be out of the city the following day anyway. It's not like you're not already wanted, as... You know, that's pretty apparent.
Tell us
Perhaps-
about. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Go for it.
I would really hate for Marcus and his gang to follow us. Perhaps we can borrow the blue stone?
Oh, I don't expect that Callan de Wint is going to be interested in loaning you his, well...
Do I hear that?
Yeah, he's speaking pretty
I heard that
loudly.
as well.
I'm gonna spring up DeWint. I'm gonna look right at the mage.
Okay, at which point Callan says, as I said, we should have a conversation.
Very well.
And he walks over here to the proverbial bench and sits down. He slaps his lap like, come take a
Sit in
seat.
his lap, Emlyn.
Okay, I'm gonna sit in his lap, you know.
So I couldn't help overhear that you've had a run-in with my brother.
Yes. Sorry,
Isn't he
Don't
a
let
pain, though?
a royal pain.
No, he's not very royal, but he's a bloody do-gooder, that's for sure. I've never been held in such high esteem by our late father. Not like he has. Pandering to the council, selling his skills to all and sundry, anybody that is willing to pay the price. Porthan de Wint is the man to go to in the city of Corthan. He can do anything. Oh, yes. No, not me. Not poor Callan. My talents, well, they were brushed under the rugs, weren't they? It's true that certain things that I tried didn't turn out as well as they should, and maybe I dabbled in things that some might consider not palatable, but no, not my dear brother. Everything he did turned to gold, didn't it? Here I am, finding myself in the cesspit of humanity, and in the basement of that.
Why not exert your influence and try to take over?
Salty.
Take over
his
what?
lofty- Take over his job, his business in Corthan.
But he's my brother. I may be
but-
many, many things, but I'm loyal to my family.
So does that mean you and I are going to have trouble?
Oh, no, not at all. If he should happen to fall off a cliff and die, that's not my fault.
But you're loyal to him.
I
Even
would
fall
never
off
act
it.
against him directly, no.
Well, I have intentions to act against him directly.
Really?
Well, truthfully told, yes.
So, what are you planning to do?
I honestly have no idea.
I hear that, strangling is a good way to die. or a bad way, whichever way you want to look at it.
Emlin's gonna look at Lilith and say, "We have a strangler in our midst."
Just saying, should my dear brother meet his demise, it would be beneficial to me. I just can't do it myself, you understand?
Well,
Suspicions being what they were.
why don't you help me in whatever way you can, and I will do it for you.
Get the blue stone.
Don't really know any way I can help you.
How?
As I said, I don't know any way I can help you.
You don't have. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. I thought you said I can help you.
I can wish you well.
Oh, you don't have any rituals or spells I can use?
Well, not that you can use, no.
How do you know?
Although, I do happen to know, and he kind of looks directly at Liv and Lilith. I do happen to know that he has an eye for the pretty ladies.
Liv looks around. She's not very pretty, so she's like, what?
Says, poison. Poison, yes. Poison may be the way to go.
You have no rituals I can use?
Well, I have the ability to cast rituals, but nothing that I can help you with. I have no intention of going to Corthan. I'm staying firmly here in Kanduin.
It's a shame.
But
I was really hoping to add to my repertoire.
Oh, no. I really would enjoy hearing the news here in the south that my dear brother had met his demise in the north. I would be grateful, of course, upon hearing such news.
Yes, I see how you operate.
The gem. You know, the big ruby that you stole? Don't still happen to have it, do you?
No. I'm afraid I do not.
Oh, well, that's a pity. I could have done something with that. Yes. Well, should you find a way to help my dear brother meet his demise, be sure to make sure that word is sent south. I'd love to hear.
I'll do that for you.
I'd be very grateful.
It would be my pleasure. For what he did to me.
Yes, and for what he's done to me. The bastard. Anyway. Yes, I'm afraid I don't know any way to help you other than to wish you well. As I said, I do know he has a fondness for loosely clothed and loosely moraled women.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. Emlin's just gonna sit back and take out his book and start reading it.
All right.
That's it. That's all he's doing.
Okay. So, I mean, by now it is pretty much dark. Do you guys want to head and check out the Noble Quarter, or do you want to rest here for a while? What's the deal?
Definitely rest. Yes, Liv needs a very long rest.
Yeah. And
Well, if you rest 8 hours, that's going to put you in the early hours of the morning. It would still be dark. So you definitely could do that.
yeah, it might be easier to go at the early hours in the morning.
Could we wait 24 hours before we, we can devise a plan, we can sleep, eat, and figure stuff out? Maybe somebody can do some recon?
Upon saying that, Gillian says, unfortunately, no. Callan's masking magic doesn't work beyond 12 hours. In 12 hours' time, Marcus Midgard is going to pick up the proverbial scent, and I can't have you here in 12 hours.
Great.
Very well.
Oh, I need at least 8 hours of sleep, though, because
Well,
those heels.
By
I
all
want those
means,
heels.
You've been here about an hour. If you sleep for 8 hours, that gives you 3 hours to get the job done, get back here, deliver your product, and we'll show you the way out of the city. Of course, the longer you wait, the less time you have. I will say that should you be here when the 12th hour strikes, we'll have no choice but to evict you into the streets, probably dead. Not breathing, for our own protection.
I'll turn to Liv and say, we might have to go without those heals if we want to live.
You got like one. You got maybe one heals up in here, and I'm not feeling very good. I took a lot of damage from the guy in the bar.
Perhaps just a short rest.
Short rest is not going to get my heals back.
Then
or
we
my
won't
health.
get caught.
I guess we're gonna have to do it. We'll do a short rest.
All I get is an
A
animal.
short rest is an hour and gives you plenty of time. A long rest is 8 hours and would give you 3 hours to get the job done.
Knowing our luck, I think 3 hours is enough time.
But knowing your luck, you might want to get those spell slots back for Liv. Just
It's
saying.
really up to you guys to decide.
Mhm.
Whatever you decide, I personally think I can best any man in 3 hours.
I think we should definitely sleep.
I'm gonna leave it to the group. I'm gonna leave it to Tolgar. Because he knows
Well,
my
I'm going to
bag.
leave it
Here's
to the
our
group.
first-
I'm going to leave it
Here's
to
our first
Tolgar.
chance we get to vote. I said. So, all in favor of a short rest, say aye.
Does anyone raise their hand? Because Emlyn will.
So it's 2 and 2 then.
Shit.
Democracy at work. It's a 50-50 vote.
I can heal myself a little bit, and get myself to a standing point, but I will be out of heal slots. I will be out of spells. I would only be able to provide you one animal change, and that would be it.
Sometimes we have to work in not perfect circumstances, Liv.
We can't handle a liability at this point, though, either.
Yes. This is a tough decision.
Well, seeing as it's such a tough decision, you guys can think about it over the weekend, because it's the end of the show. Hi there, I'm Gorbad. Welcome to the Orc's Nest. I'm the Dungeon Master here on Howreroll, and if you'd like to follow me personally, you can do so on Twitter @Gorbad. Check out thedmblog.com for all things Dungeon Master and Dungeons & Dragons related. And of course, you can follow me on twitch.tv/Gorbad. Also, guys, don't forget to keep up with all things Howreroll. Follow us on Twitter @Howreroll. Check out the website www.howreroll.com, and make sure you follow us on YouTube as well. Cheers, guys.
I'm the Dragon Spooker, and I play Femme Fatale Lilith Edenwood the Dancer. You can follow me on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/thedragonspooker or on Twitter @dragonspooker. You guys rock my face off, and I can't wait to see you next stream.
Look, I get it. I'm not as cool as Emlyn, the tiefling warlock I play for Howreroll. The dude has 20 charisma. And, well, you guys have seen how I roll. If you suffer from character is cooler than you-itis, maybe we can help each other. Follow me on Twitter @eneb_convos. Maybe make a moderate difference. Let's do this, guys.
Hello and well met. My name is Liv on Howreroll. And when I'm not Liv on Howreroll, I'm Amanda or DM Dicerous on Twitter. I have an up-and-coming new podcast called Dead Dice Society you'll be sure not to want to miss. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching another episode of Wrath of the Fallen. I'm Jane, and you can follow me on Twitter, the only place where it counts, @Jane on Twitch. That's with a 0, not an O. Peace, suckers. So bad.